Hi, I am Elohim. Probably if you are in my channel, you know me. Um, so this is the first video of many, I think, that I will use to promote my new book, to support my new book, and to let you know about my new book, Manifestation Magic, coming out in July with Red Will Weiser Books. Will be available everywhere, and it's available now in pre-order. This book, Manifestation Magic, is very different to any other book that I did before, and probably will be very different to any other book that I will do after. This is the idea. This book takes me totally out of my comfort zone because it's a topic that in the magical, metaphysical, spiritual community people prefer don't speak about it. So I decided to put the spotlight there, to be the rebel and put the light in there, because it's a problem when the problems happens when you don't have good communication about a situation. So in the end, these problems can turn in a bypass because it's no communication happening there. So I try to put some language, some communication, some words there, some light in there, and let that this work. The first title of the book represent the book just as well as the new title does. The first title, the original title, was 21 rituals for abundance and prosperity for witches and mages. That was the original title. But with the edition and the word, the title changed sometimes, and in the end was Manifestation Magic. Why? Because I mentioned the manifestation, the process of manifestation many times in the book, many times, because it's part of my work. I dedicate myself to this area. I work being a magic worker. This is literally how I pay my stuff. So I have many clients, and I learn with the time to work with my clients like a therapist. I speak with them. I just don't come here, do a reading, and take make this spell, or buy me this, buy my candles, buy my stuff. I like to speak with my clients and trying to find exactly what is the reason behind the problem or the situation that they are struggling, or that is happening something there. What or why is this happening? Why you have this problem in your personal relationship? Why you have this problem with money, with your family, with your partner, etc., etc., etc. That is what I do. Money magic is always complicated, but strangely looks more complicated inside of the metaphysical community. So I try to create a book where I can just do two things. The first one is take my own story and put in there, because it's like when you have a problem, something that you have here and you need to take away, you need to put outside. Like when you want to yell to someone, you feel furious for a situation, and you feel that it's unhealthy, and you are like, if I yell to this person, can be worse, but if I keep for myself, the situation can be totally worse. So you need to find a way to communicate this idea that you have. Like, the problem here is not this, it's this other one. I feel with that when it's about money, when it's about money magic. I feel that because I grew up in this system of beliefs where everybody's spiritual, and where everybody's spiritual, you don't care about money because you have everything. Why? Because you have air, you have your arms, and you have your legs, and yes, you and I, we can be very grateful for that, but we pay our food, and our rent, and our clothes, and our classes, and all of this, and our car, and insurance with money, not with air, not with faith. Because it's not because the system is broken or something, no, it's because this is the thing. We grow up listening and repeating over and over, and we tattoo this like a bypass because someone said it before, someone very wise but in a different age, someone with a lot of money also. a philosopher come to say, we are not physical beings with a soul. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. That's true, but you are ignoring the total truth there. It's not just take this aspect. It's like every time that you read a book, it's all the voice of the author there, and you can choose just the part that you want for yourself, for your benefit, and ignore all the other parts of the author that the same author put in there. In the same quote, this person is saying, I think that was Rumi. This person is saying, we are in a physical world. We are having a physical experience. You are in a physical world. Yes, we are spiritual beings, and we are in a physical world. And it's very important to remember that. Sorry for the noise, but I love my backgrounds. If you listen to my podcast, you know that my backgrounds are essentially birds and airplanes all day, because I love this noise. I need this noise to live. We are in a physical world, and this physical world moving that way, when you exist presently and consciously in a spiritual world made of energy, the law of change will be with energy. In the physical world, for now, it's with money. And this will continue evolving in different ways. Now we have credit cards, and we have PayPal and Venmo and so many other systems. And in the time that we are growing and evolving like race, we will have other systems. The system will continue evolving for everyone. And we need to adapt to that in the same way that we adapt to the physical world, because we are here visiting in the physical world. So what I try to do is not create. I just try to teach you in this book, hey, this is what is probably happening here. So let me not try to fix it because you are not broken. Just let me try to help you to understand how it's really working in your mind, but you don't know it, not yet. Because we grow up in a society, in a different age. We come from very traumatized families. Our fathers and our grandpas, they come from a very traumatized past. They come from the first war, they come from the second war, they come from all the economy system that make them struggle in so many ways about the money, about superficiality, about you need to look in this way to find a job, you need to work and walk and speak in this way to find a good job. This is a good job, this is not, this is a decent job, this is not. We grow up with all of these limitations. We forget that they grow up in that way, so we say, oh, it's the blame of my dad or the blame of my mom, but many times they was struggling with that, and they had the same argument over and over. My father was hard with me too, and I appreciate that, you will appreciate it. This argument has so many versions over and over in different cultures, in different languages, that is very complicated to assume for us, because we are trying to break the system. We are trying to break the pattern. We are trying to break this tradition. And in the same time, we are not doing it well, because we are forgetting that they are victims too, that they are traumatized people. We grow up in traumatized families. Many times, families can turn in narcissistic abusers for different reasons. Many times because this is exactly the best that they know, because literally the best that they know. They don't know other ways. So we grow up listening, you need money. Money is hard. You need to work hard to have money. Money is never enough. But money is bad, money is wrong, money is evil, money is devil, money corrupt the persons, money separate the persons. People with money is not happy. We grow up with all of these ideas that we put in our minds, and this is the word that I like to use. It's garbage. You know what is exactly garbage? And I'm not trying to offend anyone, but garbage is something that you take and after find some utility, you can use it more. It's not working. It's not helpful. It's totally, it's not useful. It's totally useless. That's garbage. It's useless. It's useless. It don't belongs to you. It belongs to other place. That's garbage. And we have a lot of garbage in our minds because we grow up listening over and over. The system is broken. You need to stay with your family. You don't care if your family are abusers and narcissist people and they are struggling with many mental issues and they are reflecting all of this in you. You need to stay there and be part of the abusive system. And you need to focus on money and you need to be superficial. And if you are not a skinny person, you can be happy. And if you are, if you, all of this if that we have in our mind. If you don't have money, you are not successful. If you don't have a career in the college, you are not successful. If you don't bring a girlfriend when you are a little older, you are not as successful. Not just for us in the family. All the family need to know that you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and we need to show off to the rest of the family that you have some prize, that you have something to show off, that you have a very big car, that you have a very big house. We grow up with all of this garbage that someone else put in there, because for them was their defensive mode. They grow up using these excuses to continue to have hope, because their hope was having money to find a home, having money to find a car, having money to have friends. And we try to reflect that on us, and we are a different generation, and we grow up with toys that they don't have. We grow up with social media, so we can find other people around, maybe at the other side of the world, who thinks exactly like you and feels exactly like you and want to speak about these issues with you, and this person is like connecting with you in another level. And it's someone that you don't really know. It's someone in social media and in the other side of the world. And you connect with these persons because this person passed for the same narcissistic trauma that you passed in your childhood, in your school. They was bullied too. They was struggling with all of this too. They had the same situation with their fathers, with their families, saying over and over that you need to have money in your hand to be happy, but also money is hard. You need to have money, but money is hard. You need to have money, but money is wrong. You need to have money, but money is bad. You need to have money, but money is the worst. We grow up listening this very old disc over and over in our hands. We are crazy about it. And we repeat the same pattern with our nephews, with our sons, with our daughters, with every children that we find around, because we grow up with that, so we're trying to break the pattern. So growing in a magical system belief, that was my case, where everybody is spiritual, but at the same time, everybody is struggling with money, is difficult, because you find days where you don't have food over the table, you find days where you don't have money to pay the rent, and it's very complicated. Life is complicated. Why? Because life don't come with manual of instructions. Life not come with manual. Life not come with instructions. Life don't come with a recipe that you can take and just read. Oh, these are the instructions. No, we don't have that. So we continue struggling for the same problems that our father has 30, 60, 100 years ago. And now we need to focus also in real issues that our planet, that our world, our society has, like abusive systems, like inequality, like public racism, like so many. But all of these foundations, social media that you want to support, all of these projects that you want to support to help others, all of these work with money. If you don't have it, it's very difficult to help. When you have money, you can change the world. Money don't go to corrupt you. Money don't go will be bad for you. You can use the money in good ways. You can use money to make fundraisings. You can use money to help others. You can use money to create your own foundation or support other foundations. You can use money to help your family. You can use money to help people who is homeless. You can use money in many ways. So money in the end is not bad and it's not good. It's just an energy there that you can use. In magic, we are always repeating over and over that everything is energy. Love, oh, that's energy. Protection is energy. Gods are energy and everything is energy. But when we speak about money, we put the bypass. That's not energy. That is a corruption thing that you can take. That is dirty. Don't take it. Also, that is an issue that we have. It's true, but help to feed the bypass. That we grow up because for our own healthy, after take the bills or wash your hands because the bills are dirty. And yes, the bills are physically dirty for the bacteria and virus and all of this, especially now happening from 2020. But we grow up saying that money is dirty. And we repeat that money is dirty. We don't want money. We are manifesting, we are saying over and over, money is dirty, money is bad, money can sick you, can create an illness on you. So I decided to create this book. Was my way to take all of this out of my chest and say, okay, I need to put my voice in there and say all of this. And this book was the way. That's the reason why I created this book. And because I think that many people really need it, because not just inside of the metaphysical community, also out of the metaphysical community, if you are not a witch, if you are not a sorcerer, if you don't identify yourself like a magician or a psychic or a conjurer or santero or someone else in any magical path, if you don't identify with the system, you probably continue being a victim of these mental issues that we have about money, that money corrupt the people. Money corrupt the people, but let me watch this video with my phone, the most expensive phone that I find, using social media, very big platform, very big companies that help me to communicate with someone else and learn and take classes and buy stuff via website. We grow up with that. It's this double speech, you know? It's good, I have it, but it's not good for you. So I put all of this in the book. The book was called initially 21 Rituals because the idea of the book is give you a whole introduction. I try to recreate all of this like a class. Literally, I do that. I sit down and I create the whole class. If I want to create a whole class of 8-9 hours about abundance magic for my witches, for my readers, how will be, how I start the class, which topics I need to take here. So I put all of that, I write all of that, I write the whole class, and in the end I put the rituals. And I put all of that in the book. And all the book is like a class. It's a very long class. Like, okay, you know, I'm taking these classes for a whole week, or it's a course of 2-3 weeks about abundance magic. And in the end of the class, we go to do this ritual to graduate, to make the initiation, something like that. I try to create that in the book. So I put all of this information in the book, ending with the rituals. All the book is an introduction of money, magic, abundance, what made you feel abundant in your life. You feel abundant because you drive a very expensive car, or you feel abundant because you can walk with your own legs in the park, very close to your home. You feel abundant because you can eat every day in a different restaurant, a very expensive restaurant, or you feel abundant because you have a partner who made the food for you in your home. It's those aspects that you need to control. And it's which is abundance for you, which is prosperity for you, how money works for you, how was the money in your family. You analyze that. You analyze how work the money for you, how you receive money in your life, you are receiving good money for the work that you are doing or not. Your family was struggling with money before you, or your family has a lot of money and you don't have it. Why? So it's to recreate all of this. I try to avoid, and was difficult, but because I discovered astrology at 19 years, and when I discovered that was blow mind, but I try to avoid many aspects of astrology here because that will be complicated for everybody. So I just try to focus in the basics, in how is money working for you, like an energy, like a spell, like a ritual, like a ceremony. How is this working for you? That was my focus in here. So, Manifestation Magic 21 Rituals is coming out in July. It's available everywhere for pre-order, in paperback, ebook, very soon in audiobook. Thanks to the amazing people of Tantor Media who decided to make the book in audio. I will put all the links below of the video, and if you want to help me with sharings and stuff, I really appreciate. Don't waste your time subscribing to my channel because I really don't use it too much. Don't waste your time on that, but you can share the video if you want. If you have the book, if you buy the book in pre-order or after, just remember, please make a review in Amazon, and I hope receive all your blessings, because all that you send will back to you. So in this moment, I'm sending you all the possible blessings that I can, because I can, and because you're blessed. I'm just here to remind you that. Stay safe, stay well, and please be kind. That's the most important lesson here. Be kind.